Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of the Over the Food podcast. This is your co-host, Edsel 40 ounce, coming to you from the 104.53. I'm here with my co-host and brother from another mother.
Hi, this is Mo Grove. I'm coming live from my basement in Queens, New York. As you see, I am not sponsored by Magnolia. Magnolia, even though the only Magnolia we acknowledge is the Magnolia in New Orleans that got got that got took apart from the government of New Orleans. We're not going to talk about that because it's Black History Month. Even though I said last episode, Black people make history every day. We don't need February for that. But yeah, we gotta like just celebrate it. Even though niggas out here moving wild, we're only 13% of the population, but we offer so much to the world. But yeah, man, I just got this new.
There is no American culture without Black culture.
Yeah,
We are the culture.
Yeah, how Franklin said we built this, man, brick by brick. Yeah, Black people did that for America.
And the price of the brick is going up.
Yeah. But yeah, on the serious note, happy Black History Month.
Yes, sir.
Happy February to everyone that made it so far to 2021. January felt like so long ago, but yeah, we here.
This January didn't January the way other Januaries have Januaried and the Januaries of the past. So hopeful for a great February.
Also, this is a big. All right, for everyone that's watching this video or listening, this is our 50th episode. Originally, this episode we were supposed to give you guys something special. We were supposed to be recording in a live studio, but stuff happens in the world where you can't do that. But we will.
Man, just tell them just tell them the truth, man. I got exposed to the coronavirus. Yeah, it's completely fine.
That's with a woman that had
COVID. But your boy is 2-0. And this corona shit, I came back negative, so I'm super happy. I'm super glad.
He went up 2-0. He went up 2-0 fucking what on the what happened? Like when the Celtics went up against the Bucks, I believe 2 years ago.
But yeah, just this is a reminder for everybody to please mask up, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer. If you don't have to go outside, don't go outside. I know we're trying to get some sort of normalcy, but if it's not anything like ridiculous, don't travel if you don't have to. And if you're gonna travel, just please take the necessary time away from anywhere that you're going, please.
Stop slutting DR and Puerto Rico out, man. They don't got good doctors over there. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
stop.
Man.
There's already they're dealing with a lot.
Yeah, man. Well, so yeah, man. Just just want to say happy 50th episode to my brother Mo. I know I came into the
happy 50th episode to you also.
Just I know I came into this a little late, and just want to say first and foremost that I'm super proud of what you've been able to do here. I mean, one episode is a lot. One episode is enough to be proud of, but to do 50 when you thought that you wanted to quit is a huge deal, bro. And I'm glad that you brought me into this. This has been an outlet for me throughout the pandemic. I know lately we've been a little on and off just because life has been a bitch. And I know we should have been at the studio today, but it's all good. We got something special planned for y'all. We're doing the first episode of every month and the last episode of every month in the studio just to give you guys a different perspective. And yeah, man, so hopefully we're able to do studio full time in the future, but this is something new that we're trying. And if you see, we're doing banners at the bottom and all that shit. So little by little, we're incorporating new shit. We're trying to get better. And yeah, bro, happy 50th, bro.
Yeah, happy 50th. Yo, before we get into matters of topics of what we discussed earlier today when we was brainstorming for the show. Looking back, right, 50 episodes from this show. I know I asked you for the New Year's, episode, but do you feel like you've gotten better at what you did?
In terms of
in terms of the show.
Yeah, I feel like I talk a little more. I engage a little more than I used to. I keep, I remember the very first episode we did. I spoke a lot when you brought me in as a guest. So I'm keeping things kind of short and sweet, but getting a lot of detail in still. You know, because you don't want to bore your audience. So I'm getting better at that. Getting better at keeping up with trying to send you the the title episode, the title covers on time, the videos on time. Getting better little by little, the more you get used to it, because we did just to start incorporating video, and it takes time because it's 2 hours worth of editing.
Yeah.
Is 2 hours
No,
is an hour and
honestly,
a half to
like
2 hours, so it
people.
takes like 3 hours to
Yeah,
like
honestly,
export.
I finally understood like why when people shoot music videos, it takes like 6 months for that shit to like to finally be out.
And
Like,
this is something I don't have to really edit too much if you really think about it.
yeah,
Like this is I keep it super sweet and simple. Like it's not like we're in a studio where we have to like mix the audio so it could sound clear, at little extra steps like that. This is something simple, and I'm glad that I figured out a lot of these new things that I could do on StreamYard to make my time editing on Premiere so much easier.
yeah.
Yep.
For me, yeah, I felt like I gotten better because I actually listened to not episode one, because like your first episode is now like it's like a wash. It's like drop it. I actually listened to it like I think like it was like a episode I did like last year, Martin Luther King. Now I think I did it with my boy Carmi, and like I was listening to it based on like how I spoke back like a year ago to now, and it's like I could say one thing more. Like now, I'm a little bit more engaging. I'm I always been optimistic, but now it's just like I understand when to like when to structure the show much better. Like I understand now, like because back then I didn't really have like someone to like lean on to like help me with the show. Like back then, like I felt like it was like back then it was just me. Well, I had a co-host at first, but things didn't work out the way I wanted to work out. I'm glad that you're here, but it didn't. What I started figuring out podcasting like more at the tail end of 2020. Like I start understanding this show more and like what the show means to both of us. And I know now is that like sometimes when I listen to the show, like just to like hear like see like where I messed up at now. Like now, like I don't cringe. Like when I was listening to like when I listened to like the old episodes, like if I listen to like an episode we dropped like 2-3 weeks ago, I don't cringe the way I would cringe if I listened to like episode 16 or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, 50 episodes in, 50 episode more to 100 and 50 more episodes to infinity. I appreciate you, man, and let's really start this show.
Let's get it started. So this is something that I brought up earlier today. Well, actually last night. Wanted to talk about top three most influential Black figures. Your top three, as well as my top three. I just feel like this is the right way to start off our first episode of Black History Month. So, I guess we could go off like you go with your first, I'll go with my first. You go with your second, I go with my second. So I guess we could go off with that. So I'll ask you, who is your top one most influential Black figure? And if you guys can't properly see, he has Mr. That Brother Starvin, aka Malcolm X, on his hoodie. And could you explain why?
Um, Malcolm X get a lot of flack for things that he said, which is true. And honestly, like I felt like it's two types of Malcolm X you judge. Like there's two types of Malcolm X you look at, and when you look back at his life, it's like you look at Malcolm X before he went to Islam, like Israel, where he went to Egypt, right? Or I forgot where he went to the Mecca, yeah.
Yeah, he went to Mecca.
You look at Malcolm X before he went to the Mecca and Malcolm X after the Mecca. Most people, when they think of Malcolm X, they think of Malcolm X when he went to the Mecca. But the Malcolm X that I like, the Malcolm X that I respected, and the Malcolm X that I have a lot of aspiration for is Malcolm X when he came back from the Mecca and he realized that, like, yo, I get it. I said a lot of harsh things about people, but he showed that like he's human just like all of us, and he's not ready to forgive people, but he's ready to move on and try to build a better cause for black people. Not I don't want to say people of colors because he made it strictly he was only focusing on black people.
Mhm.
So like I always had a love and aspiration of that Malcolm X. I know most people quote Malcolm X before he went to the Mecca and they quote Malcolm X in the movie. But like if you really look, if you go back and like read and do your research, Malcolm X after the Mecca is probably probably I know like he had a lot of rifts going on with the Nation of Islam and Elijah Muhammad and all those guys, but like far as that, he was focusing on like making things work for black people, and yeah. So Malcolm X will always be number one for me.
For me, number one would be Muhammad Ali. Formerly known as Cassius Clay. Most people believe that he is the greatest boxer of all time. I'm one of those people. The things that he did in terms of him not wanting him going against the government and being not allowing himself to be drafted for the war in Vietnam. And that caused him to not to be able to fight in a lot of matches, and he had to many of his fights came when he was a little older because of that. His beliefs, him moving towards Islam, him getting together with guys like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, Jim Brown, and all of those cats, and the fight for civil justice. There's so much more I can say, but we got to get to our other picks. Muhammad Ali is just up there for me, and he's very influential. And I feel like sometimes because we have people like Malcolm X, because we have people like Angela Davis and Martin Luther King, not saying that Muhammad gets forgotten, but we need to continue to put Muhammad Ali as a top figure.
True. Number two for me, I mean, he could have easily been my number one, but Nelson Mandela is definitely number two for me. Most people don't know Nelson Mandela did something that most civil rights activists would not do, which is like spend a lifetime or probably even more than a lifetime in jail and still come out and be
the president of South Africa.
Be the president of South Africa. Technically kind of ended apartheid. Apartheid is, you can't really end racism because like it's still going to be spread.
Well, he ended the political aspect of apartheid.
Yeah. But Mandela stood up. The way how people look at Martin Luther King is the way I look at Nelson Mandela. Like that guy that would not like, how like everyone said like Martin is like the guy because like he never fought back. Like Nelson Mandela never fought back, but like Nelson Mandela never like backed down from people, which is like something that I always admire. And it's like coming from a place like South Africa, which is like at the time a lot of people didn't know South Africa was I think it was divided, like the population was split between like 40 or 60% like white Europeans and like people of the African descent. And like Mandela just meant so much he meant so much to the world that like people don't talk about it that much because it's not American history. It's like world history. And like people forget that like outside of America, people do have the same struggle as us. It may not be in our face, but it's still there. But yeah, Mandela means so much to me. Mandela's like my Martin Luther King to me.
My second would be John Lewis. Rest in peace, John Lewis, who we recently lost in 2020. Politician, statesman, civil rights activist, part of the Big Six. That was part of the March on Washington. One of the key figures in the Selma to Montgomery March. Like he always said, he got into the trouble he got into was good trouble. A lot of the things that he did behind the scenes aren't really spoken about a lot. Um, you know, him being hold on, I just got a text message. Him being a black man in the House of Representatives, and especially in Georgia, the things that he saw, the things that he endured, we'll never forget, because we learned it through history. So, John Lewis is my second pick.
For me, this is kind of hard because I was thinking about this like literally like 10 minutes ago. It's like a three-way split for me between Marcus Garvey and Stokely Carmichael, and you have to put Martin Luther King. You just have to. But like
Of course.
you may not be a big fan of Martin Luther King, but you just have to. So it's like a three-way split for me, those guys. And the reason why like Marcus Garvey is the blueprint for guys like MLK and Malcolm and Stokely Carmichael and all those guys. Without Marcus Garvey, we probably
the original Jamaican Dundada.
Yeah. Yeah. Marcus Garvey was like literally like the blueprint for like, I don't want to say he created activism, but like he created
he's the father of Pan-Africanism.
Yeah. He's like he birthed Pan-African, and I'm copping that motherfucking Dr. Umar Pan-African fucking Superman toy. I know I don't have the photo right now in the episode short, but it will be the motherfucking
actually, somebody needs to make a pen and pixel shirt of Dr. Umar. I need that. I need that. I need one to rock and I need one to frame.
If they made a Supreme box logo with Dr. Umar on Pan-African,
I'm buying that shit.
I'm buying that shit.
I'll pay resale. Fuck it. I need it. I need that shit.
But yeah, Marcus Garvey is like, to me, he means so much to as a West Indian man, like Marcus Garvey is everything. Marcus Garvey and Nelson Mandela mean so much to you more than like Malcolm X and
as a West Indian man who came and did that in the United States at that.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to him. Also Stokely Carmichael, also a West Indian man that grew up in America. He was around the Big Six. He was around on the Black Panther Party. He did so much. He was very what was that fucking shit that the fucking FBI created to like basically like
COINTELPRO?
Yeah, they did that shit to Stokely too. They did that to Martin Luther King also. Like that shit is terrible.
My third and final pick would be it might be a little obvious, but Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson, as much as I love basketball, my first love is baseball. And the doors and barriers that he tore down are very important to me, because him being the first black man to play in the major leagues is just, I don't even know how to describe it. For him to be able to have the impact that he had all these years later, if it wasn't for him, as everybody knows, I'm Dominican, and if it wasn't for him, my country, my country wouldn't be revered the way it is in terms of the sport, because we wouldn't be able to play it in the major leagues if he didn't break those barriers, or if anybody after him would have never broken those barriers. So he's the blueprint. So Jackie Robinson is always at the top of my list when it comes to top influential black figures.
It's a lot of great black figures. We could go
on for days, bro.
You could go Bobby Seals, you could go Huey, you could go Angela Davis, you can go, bro. You can
Shakur.
You can even go till today. Like you can say like Cornette West, like Even like I know a lot of people don't like him, but Al Sharpton did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot of things for Black people in New York City in general. Also, it's so many prominent figures. But my question to you is like, who? It's kind of hard to say who's the new face of like Black social activism, but like who you think will probably be holding that light of like social activism for Black people?
I think the difference between the generation from the civil rights movement till now is that it's become more collective
Yeah.
than one person coming up and then we follow them. So I mean, I can't really pinpoint because there's so many names to throw around that I just don't really like remember. Um, but if I had to choose, um, I mean, this is gonna be super obvious because I can't remember other names, but I'll say like a guy like LeBron James, although he kind of plays it a little safe from time to time. But he's been very vocal about his social activism. He's been attacked many times, and I
Oh,
think that
also, shout out to LeBron for getting a white woman cooked out on the first day of Black History.
told her to sit the fuck down, bitch.
Nigga said, "Sit your ranky ass down." Yeah.
told her, man, your old steroid built ass motherfucker. That's not verbatim, but that's along the lines of what he said. But
Yeah.
but I think LeBron James, I think when it's all said and done, I think he'll jump head first into social activism. I really think he will.
Yeah. You think he's gonna say Republicans buy shoes too?
Hell no. Hell no. He knows better. He knows better, man. He knows better.
No, I'm just asking. But yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
yo, listen. At the end of the day, Michael Jordan, listen, man, that might have been the most politically correct shit Michael Jordan's ever said in his life, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the man said he was a basketball player, not a social activist. So. Like I always say, everybody's a social activist, but never activist. If you get what I'm saying.
Not everybody's built for it, bro.
Yeah,
And that's fine.
Thing,
and that's fine.
Like, yeah, and you know what I noticed too? People love to call people like Coons and Uncle Tom because they're not aware like other people. I think it's your job to educate someone.
Yeah.
Not because they're not up on what you know. Your job is to share information.
But like I always say, man, not everybody's built to lead. It's okay to follow sometimes. It's okay to be in the back burner and just learn and work from behind the scenes. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
Our next topic is our top moment in Black history of the last 3 years.
The last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
For the last 3 years, obviously last year should be 1, 2, and 3 for me because like last year is gonna go down as like how like 92 and 91 was very like it was very not prominent, like it was very big for the city of Los Angeles, like the Los Angeles Compton
With the riots and stuff.
Yeah,
yep.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this year it's not gonna be like if you take away violence from like the violent aspect of those riots and just look at like what happened last year, that's probably going to be the closest thing to those riots. Like I get it, like it wasn't a Florence and like Normandy attack that happened in New York City or like Minnesota or whatnot, but like what transpired last year woke up people that's older than us, younger than us, and the same age as us. So to me, I really can't think about because Eric Garner died 2014.
That was 14 and 15.
Yeah. Sandra Bland died 2015, right?
Somewhere around that time. I can't remember.
Yeah.
You know, my
The Tiki Torch shit happened in
17.
yeah. Fucking Tom Brady's Republican that happened 2 years ago. Like, bro, it's so much that happened. It's like, yo, last year was probably the the straw that broke the camel back for real. I know, like everybody keeps saying that, but I feel like last year was because even like it was even situations of like people like getting caught up in compromising situation, like all of a sudden now, like since these riot stuff happened, you start seeing corporations trying to promote black employees because they're black and they don't want to like feel like they're getting attacked and shit. But last year is probably the greatest year in my lifetime in Black history. From what I seen, what I seen on TV and what I saw in person. The way how people look at Black people.
Yeah.
So that to me, that's what it meant.
For me, it would be how big Juneteenth became in 2020.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I didn't want to pick Juneteenth because like I feel like Juneteenth is more our fault for not knowing what Juneteenth is. I never wanted a white man to tell me anything about a Black holiday. So
but
that's
I just so the reason I picked Juneteenth is, you know, one,
yeah, we get to
because
off and you know we get to drink alcohol, but
no, but that's not even it. It's the fact that, you know, so many of us didn't do our due diligence and learn about Juneteenth. And as a collective, because of everything that was going on in the country, we just said, yo, it's our job and our duty to learn about why Juneteenth is so important. And we did that. You know, we celebrated Black excellence all Juneteenth. You know, we decided to put the Black dollar, the Black and brown dollar, towards Black-owned businesses on that day. You know, so many of these other corporations decided to capitalize on Juneteenth, which is a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it brings awareness. It's a bad thing because you're capitalizing you're capitalizing off Black culture, which isn't something new. And I'm talking about white-owned corporations. Um, you know, but they've always done that. Two, because when it comes to Black holidays, all we know is Black History Month, and we have another day. I mean, although we should celebrate our Blackness and our brownness every single day of the year, but we have another day that it's an official holiday, which is now being recognized as an official holiday.
yo, you want me to point out something? You know,
What's
Martin Luther King Day didn't become a real holiday until like 1986.
Yeah.
How
I
long
don't
ago?
know the exact date, but I know it happened like later on.
You want to know how long ago that was? That's not even
That
more
was
than
25 years ago.
Nah, 1986.
Oh, I thought you said 96. It's 35 years ago.
Yeah, that's not long.
Yeah, it's not. And another thing, the civil rights movement wasn't that long ago either.
Yeah.
It was 50, 60 years ago. It's not that long ago, man. A lot of us tend to forget that, you know, a lot of our grandparents were alive for that, and a lot of our parents were born during that time. So
yeah, this day didn't become a thing. It got signed into law in 1983, and it didn't officially go active until January 20th of 1986. So let's think about it. That's literally 30 something years ago.
about 35 years ago. Yep.
Let's put it like this: LeBron James was 2 years old when that went into place.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about that. NWA.
My uncle was the first one. My mom's uncle was the first person to settle in the U.S. from that side of the family. But the rest of my family was, you say 86, was 4 years from immigrating to the United States on my mom's side of the family.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah,
that is, you know, Juneteenth is my top Black history moment of the last 3 years.
That's in your top 3. You got because to me,
No. It was one top moment. I picked one top moment for this.
Because I put last year is like my favorite, like my all 3 favorite moments of Black History because I added into the Juneteenth aspect.
No, so the last topic was 3. You have to pick 3. This one was just you got to pick 1.
Oh,
yeah, but I'm cool if you wanted to bring up another moment. Like that's
no,
fine.
I didn't because I couldn't. Because, bro, as I'm living right now, it's like I'm currently living
Black history.
That Black people right. So I can't look at it until like I sit back and have grandkids.
Yep.
Because I always used to say the question that I feared the most when I was a kid was like if my kids or my grandkids ask me, like hopefully I have those, but they asked me, what were you doing when all this was going down? And like that used to be a big fear of mine. But now I look at it as like I could just tell them I was here, people were bugging, and I'm still here to tell why people were bugging. Simple as that. I don't have to fucking say like, yo, I was out shooting or looting or doing whatever just to prove to someone like, yo, your granddad or your daddy was doing something.
Somebody in my neighborhood is listening to Cam, and that's very fitting of what's going on this podcast right now.
But yeah, I'm just happy for what it is. I mean, we're still in COVID, and like I felt like 3 years ago, like I'm like it's still funny for me to make fun of Black Panther the movie because I call that shit fucking Lion King in live action, but I still stand on that. But I felt like that was a great moment for Black people to see Black people going out and watch that movie. As much as I talk shit about the movie, I can't take away the impact it had on people. So I give it that. I also want to point out one of my favorite thing that I found out that I think it was 2016, 2016 or 17 is that hip hop and rap music is I think like 43 or 33% of the music industry. Like all the hit records come from hip hop and rap. And like
hip hop is the number 1 genre and the number 1 most influential genre for today's generation.
But like I was just allocating based on numbers. Like Peter was saying that like hip hop and rap generates the most money, and like that was like a great moment for Black people because even though Black people created other music genres, we only get boxed in for one thing. And to see the thing that you're boxing us in dominate the things that we even create and you guys tried to take from us. So.
And let's not forget, Black people also do R&B. Black people also do pop. Black people also do soul. Black people also do jack swing. Black people also do jazz, rock, blues, just everything in the book, and a lot of these genres are Black created. Rock and roll is Black created. Blues, country is Black created.
I said on Zane Lowe, rap the root new rock and roll. Rap is the new rock. When he said that, I was like, nigga, rap is rap. Rap is a own genre. I'm trying to make it another genre. It is what it is. It's the most filtered and the most unfiltered genre ever made in history. It's the only genre where you actually have to have a skill set of your own to excel in. You may need people to help you, but you are respected more when people do not help you. That's the only genre that you have to be yourself. Like, no disrespect to R&B and whatnot. Like, someone is doing something for you. You're doing the lightest of job. Same thing to rock and roll. Same thing to other genres, techno. No disrespect to that, but in rap music, is that it takes your skill set, what you have gotten blessed with.
Oh man, now that you bring up techno, let's not forget house music. We will have no EDM or techno without house music, especially Chicago house music.
Yeah, so
again, Black created.
Shout out Black people. Also, a little segue. Let's see if we can take off this banner because
I can take it off.
Since it's Black History Month, I want to do a little slander hours for white people. Yo, did you see that white dude killed the niggas across the street from him?
Yeah,
Yo,
that was
yo,
wild.
shout out to that, bro. Shout out to that, man. Slander hours, yeah. You should mind your motherfucking business. And yo, hold on, I'm gonna play this shit because this shit was hold
You
on.
really gonna put it?
No, I'm gonna play it through my phone. What? I'm not gonna show
Oh,
it on the
you're
yo, I'm
wild.
not that wild. Hold on. Turn this up. Hold on.
He said,
Turn
"Turn it up."
it up. Hold on. Yo, why I can't find this shit? Nah, because this shit is too beautiful, bro. Like what the for everyone on Twitter, it's a 2 minute and 20-second video of like a little shit that happened. So basically right now what I'm about to play for you guys is some shit that like me and Edsel, we're gonna mute our mics and we're gonna me and Edsel, we're gonna stay quiet and we're just gonna play for you guys. All right, as I pause that, right? I'm not gonna play the full video. That's a look at me. Can you look at me?
I'm in.
As I'm talking to you, I just played the whole shit. I just played like the shorts here. What I'm basically about to say, stop talking shit to people you don't know. This is just rule number one. If you don't know that person, shut the fuck up. You don't know what people are capable of doing. And what white people has failed to realize is that you need to stop acting like you own the world. Because you know what? Motherfuckers pack that thing too. And if you come around here, you won't get caught. And you know what? I don't want to play this full 2 minutes.
I just caught the reference.
And I don't want to play this 2 minutes and 20 seconds because you could clearly tell this motherfucker that did this in the video. He's a trained professional.
Man,
shooter.
what's crazy is that homie came back and doubled down, bro.
Yes, homie came out with an AR-15 on some fucking what movie was it? Yeah, like he just came out on some. If
he came back and doubled
all
down.
my niggas who watch James Bond, like all my niggas that's into James Bond movie. If we all remember Skyfall when homie came and blew up James Bond old crib in like the countryside, and he was just like he walked up to one nigga. Matter of fact, nah. If you saw Saving Private Ryan when Vin Diesel ran up to the niggas in I think Germany or whatever, and he popped the homie in the head. That's what he did to homie. That's what he did to homie. He said you should have mind your motherfucking business. And shout out to the two niggas that saw them got clapped and walked up the block and mind their business. That's what you need to do. And stop trying to. They would have been alive if they never did that dumb shit. And like, why you throwing snow on somebody else's property? Like, you have your own fucking house. Like, why are you touching people's shit? And yeah, man, white people are always making themselves look bad. Shout out to that. And that's my take on Slander Hours. You bitch.
Do I have any slander to make? Did I see anything crazy? Oh, I got some slander. Let's go back to the LeBron James thing. First of all.
Oh, turn that up.
First of all, Shorty, like, come on, you really gonna try to argue with LeBron? How are you heckling during Corona, bro? Like, sit back, watch a motherfucking game, and that's it, man. Like, what are you doing? And then she had the audacity to go on Instagram Live to start talking all this ish, and I'm like, bro, like, sit your ass down, mind your business, enjoy the game. Ain't that serious. I mean,
hold on. I got more slander. That bitch is built like a fucking Men in Black worm, and if Edsel could find that picture and put it up and show you guys what the Men in Black worm look like, I would gladly love that. But yeah, Everybody
I
knows.
got you right now. I got you
Yeah,
right now.
all my niggas know. Shout out to Guido. Shout out to all them niggas, all the men in black worms. I can't believe bro. You gotta realize, niggas be talking to these NBA players like they can't get you kicked out the game. You gotta remember, you're coming to see them. They're not coming there to see you. And I think that's what people feel to realize. Like, I remember going to a Yankee game like fucking like 2-3 years ago when the Yankees is on fire and it was the end of the season, and you could have sit in third base for like 110. Like, I remember, and I was sitting in third base. And this one nigga, he was just like talking bad shit to Aaron Judge and DJ LeMahieu and them. And I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, what is your point, bro? Like, you could, like, obviously you have an obsession with this man. I get it. You have an obsession with this man, but that isn't gonna stop you. Like, that isn't gonna stop the man from doing what he do. And I know it's like part of the game, like trash talking is part of the game, but like that shit is so uncalled for, especially for niggas that don't play the sport at the highest level. Honestly, if you was playing the sport at a high level and you're talking shit to the nigga on the court, that makes sense. But if you're gonna talk shit to someone who is like 6 feet taller than you, almost 120 pounds bigger than you, and not expect them to just get you kicked out.
If that was Ron Artest back in Indiana, he would have gotten smoked. They both would have gotten smoked.
Yeah, and to me, like, bro, it's cool to throw your little jabs at the players, and they throw a jab at. It's a cool interaction. It's like, at least Spike Lee don't be disrespectful for the players. Spike Lee be like, yo, come on, man, you wilding out. But like the videos was so hilarious because Shorty started off the video saying her husband has an issue with LeBron. Once you say that, everything else is null and void. Oh yeah,
that's what she looked like.
Yeah, the men in black.
That's what she looked like.
That's what homegirls built like. Shout out Guido. Yes, let's get it. Shout out Guido.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's well, we can make that a segment, Slander Hours. All right. That's the end of Slander Hours. I wish I had like an audio, some shit here to play during that.
Yeah.
Our next topic is today is Trayvon Martin's birthday. He would have been 26 today. So just want to do just want to honor him today. And if you'd like to start off, my brother, please do so.
I know like this is kind of cheesy, but I did have my hoodie up right now on this show because of Trayvon. I know that's not cheesy, and you can call me corny for that. But I remember the Trayvon Martin situation because I just remember at the time, I think like I think that happened 2012, right?
Let's look that up.
All right, let me just Google it because I gotta paint the picture.
I feel like it was. I think it was 2011, 2012, February 26th.
Because it was right after the All-Star game. Because I remember the Miami Heat, they did the shit where they put their shirts in the middle of the court to represent, like basically like honor, like, yo, we with Trayvon, blah blah blah, like whatnot. So yeah, when that happened, right? I think I had just like I was 19 at the time. I was on the verge of being 20, and I remember my pops like talking to me. I think I was a janitor at that time. My dad was like, he sat me down and he said, like, yo, you're at the age now where it's just like you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel and look like you're gonna feel and look like you're a target. But don't let that fuck you up because you like my dad was trying to basically just say like I can't. I mean, that happened. Like this conversation was 9 years ago, I think. So I can't remember every single thing. But what my dad was basically trying to tell me is that it's gonna be people out there literally hate you for the color of your skin for no reason, and it's gonna look at you because of your skin like you are a threat to them, and you may be the sweetest person in the world. So as a black man, just always be on your guard and always be on high alert. So that for Trayvon, I know you would have been 26.
26. Yeah.
You would have been 26 today. Probably would have had a great career, whatever craft you had. Too bad. Unfortunately, a fucking dickhead and a coward like took your life. And it's kind of hard to like just think about that because like at that time I wasn't looking at like I wasn't socially aware about I wasn't socially aware how I am now back then. So like to see that like to understand what's going on now, like I remember like the biggest like situation with like someone of a black man getting their life taken was before Oscar Grant was Sean Bell, and I remember like the Oscar Grant was
I
kind of like
remember Sean
big.
Bell like it was yesterday, man.
Yeah, that happened in Queensboro. It literally happened like 15 minutes away. But I want to talk about Trayvon. The Trayvon was kind of like a wake up for me because even though the Oscar Grant was big, I didn't know how Oakland was, and like I was in 2009, 2008, 2009. I definitely didn't know what the world meant. I was a teenage kid listening to rap music. That was it. But now that like I look at like situations where like, for instance, like the other day, like what I think yesterday when I was heading home after like I picked up like some t-shirts, it was this like fucking white dude at the on the M train. We both got off for the last stop, and I guess because like he's probably a local from that neighborhood, he kept looking at me weird, and then this motherfucker asked me, "Do I live over here?" And I was like, "Why does that matter?" So like I understand like the target and shit that that goes on with black men and Trayvon. Your name is gonna live forever, and the fucking damn, I don't even want to say that word because that word is a derogatory word. That fucking coward that took your life is gonna live with him forever now,
Yep.
and he will like he's gonna when it's his time to speak to the ultimate judge. We'll
He
see how.
gonna get his. He gonna get his.
Yeah,
For me, you know, um, I remember. I'm not gonna say I remember like yesterday because a lot of the details of that is a blur. Is almost 10 years ago. Um, but I do remember seeing like the front newspapers of the Daily News and New York Post. I remember how passionate and how hurt my classmates were at the death of Trayvon Martin. This is when Facebook was at its peak, and I just remember seeing my Facebook flooded with the stuff that happened to Trayvon, and you know, being 15 at that time, still learning the world, still learning that, you know, because of how we look, people don't love us, people don't like us, people don't think of us as human beings. And for me, this is kind of this for me. I would call this my Rodney King. I'd say. Um, although there was like Amadou Diallo, but I think I might have been like a baby at that point. I was
yeah.
definitely a baby at that point.
I was like seven.
Um,
Is
you
it an
know,
Amadou documentary?
I think he has a documentary. I think he does. Um, and then you have um, Sean Bell, which I might have been like 7 or 8 when he was shot and killed. But me being 15 and more coherent to how the world works, Trayvon for me is kind of my Ronnie King because Trayvon's death did cause, I wouldn't say riots, but it caused marches. It caused conversation. This was kind of the turning point for my generation because then after that we had Michael Brown, we had Sterling Brown, we had oh my God, the gentleman is leaving my brain. We just spoke about him. The gentleman in Staten Island. Wow, I feel so bad
Eric
for forgetting
Garner?
his name. Eric Gardner, Sandra Bland. We just started getting a series of of black men and women dying at the hands of white people or authority. Um, Although it's always been happening in today's world, it's more amplified because of social media. So we really started to see these things um, happening in our backyards and stuff. And you know, till this day, this one hurts. It hurts a lot because he was, you know, him being 17, him just trying to get home. You know, and it reminds me, you know, he did a typical New York thing in terms of like he just went to get Skittles and in Arizona, you know, and that's what a lot of us were consuming at our age at that point. So, you know, it hit home as it
Yeah,
should,
think about this, bro.
and you know,
Fucking 12 years ago, Oscar Grant died at 22.
Oscar Grant, bro, too. That's not up in Oakland,
He would
man.
have been 34 years old this year.
Yep.
Man didn't even get to live life.
It's very fucked up the world that we live in. So, but to end this on a positive note, I just want to say happy birthday to Trayvon Martin. Although Mo and myself didn't get to meet you personally, we miss you every day. We miss your presence on this earth. You shouldn't have been taken away from us, and you know, we won't stop until we get justice for you, because some way or another, that man will go to jail. Although he can't, you know, you can't do double jeopardy on that man, but he'll slip up, and when he does, I hope he gets life in jail.
Yeah, but yeah, man, fuck George Zimmerman. Fuck him. Before we segue to this other shit, uh, do you think like the police training and like just like training in general for like people that do this like armed services, do you think this the training they get is actually good? Like you think it's like you think they train those people the right way?
No, no.
No, because the reason
I mean, it's easier
I
to
wasn't-
become a cop than when it is to be a barber. So how much training are they really going through?
yeah, I was gonna say that like because when I found that out, I was like, all it takes me is 6 weeks to do a fucking training, and like I'm ready to have a fucking
They
baton.
give you they give you a baton, a gun, and a shield.
Yeah, man. Fuck, that's crazy.
I mean, we need more serious background checks when it comes to this. We need psych checks.
Put it like this: if it takes
Mhm.
someone 6 years to be a lawyer, it should take someone 6 years to be a cop.
Yep. And a lot of these cops also
Because
don't really know the law that they're trying to enforce.
so like they literally or like cool, they could do that 6 weeks, but every 6 weeks they have to do a new training. Like they have to do a new training.
I'm not mad at that. Yep. I agree.
Because like I don't want to fuck. I can't say all cops are bad, and I can't say all is good cops because I don't know. It's like just like how police, like you said, we gonna judge just like a case by case situation. I'm gonna judge them by case situation also. I just feel like also they gotta give like we gotta like cops gotta start taking more of like a like they gotta like have to have like a mental health department in like the police section because like you gotta realize you're dealing with all types of people and you can't judge all types of people off of one same thing because like for instance I remember a couple episodes back like in our early days of us together you mentioned that like a cop shot like a kid that was like autistic or something or like he didn't take his meds.
Say that again.
I know like a couple episodes ago, like way back, like probably like in like September or July or August, like you mentioned, like police had shot a gentleman because I think a family member had called on him.
Oh, in Philly?
Yeah,
Yeah. So this gentleman in Philly, I believe he had forgotten to take his meds. He had mental health issues, and his family called 911 to help. But the mother specifically said, "I don't want him to get killed. I just need him to be stopped. I just need help." You know, and you know, cops always come and do the opposite, which is why I feel like we need a special number for people to come and help with mental breakdowns and things of that nature. Because I mean, the police aren't even capable, don't even have the mental stability to help somebody out when something like that is happening. There's been so many instances the last few years of black and brown people having mental breakdowns, and instead of the cops trying to defuse the situation, they just draw their guns, and it's very unfortunate. I understand that, maybe some people might attack you, but that's why we have taser. That's why you guys are given tasers.
True.
If you know exactly where your gun is, you can't forget where your taser is. So
Yeah, man. But on a other note, we on Black History time, and I want to segue to our motherfucking boy Tiger Woods Part 2. You know what I mean, nigga? Are you fucking shitting me?
Mr. Eldrick Woods.
Mr. Eldrick Woods himself, aka I lost my sponsorship and got it back in 2 weeks because niggas can't hold me because niggas lost money and niggas need me. Shout out Eldrick. Yeah. I'm gonna say one thing.
So first, let's talk about that name, man.
That's a black name.
Eldrick is a man. That's
probably
one of the.
That's more black than more happy. That's more black.
That is up there with the likes of Elroy.
Yeah. That's up there with like DeMarcus and Diamante and
like Deshaun.
Yeah, and
Day.
Yeah,
Rashawn, Daquan.
Yeah. Or like Starkeisha, like
Sharkeisha?
Both Starkeisha and Sharkeisha.
I'm fucking weak.
Man. Yeah, but yeah, shout out my nigga Eldrick. I'ma say is that documentary is arguably top 3 sports documentary. Best top 3 documentary on a sports figure of all time. Just the way how that documentary is only 2 parts, but
it's very detailed.
It takes you to a height, bring you back down,
and then it brings you right back up.
Ends you off on the high. Start the new episode on a low. Bring you back up to a high point where you feel invincible, and then bring you to the lowest of the parts, and just see how people really react when you at your lowest moment in your life. And episode 2 taught me that Tiger Woods is just like every man that walks the planet. Everybody is a regular person. That's what it is. And I know like Tiger, people had this image of Tiger being like awesome guy. I think that's the fucking thing that people just hold sports figures only. I think that's the problem. It's like people think because you play sports, you're just supposed to just play sports and just go home and fucking kiss your wife. I think that's the thing. Like these niggas don't know. Like it's so much that they have to deal with. They're gonna break.
Like we said before, he also wasn't like he was prepared to be a golf champion. He wasn't prepared with everything that came after. His father never really allowed him to have. His father made it impossible for him to have like real human interactions. So him and the infidelities, him in that car crash.
No, I'm just saying.
Him losing all of those endorsement deals, him having to impose
a
self hiatus.
He got it back.
No, he got it back, but I'm talking about before that. Before he got it back, but it's
just hard to lose Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods, bro. You gotta remember that man brings all types of life of revenue to what they want. I know everyone like, what are you talking about, bro? Tiger Woods is not more famous than Michael Jordan, but Tiger Woods also played the widest sports ever. You gotta remember the type of niggas that Tiger Woods is bringing into a world that like people may never know about. Man, but all right, let's get serious. Tiger Woods, right? I want to get. It's like it's hard to get serious and joke at the same time. All right, this is all right. I'm gonna go serious joke. One, the second part of the documentary shows that like Tiger Woods is the most the most resilient. You know how like people are like
Resilient.
resilient is so unmatched. No, Tiger Woods' resilient is unmatched. This man won in his prime. He was breaking. His body was deteriorating before his eyes, and he was still winning.
He was still winning championships. Yep.
And he was still playing at a high level. 2, Tiger Woods have horrible taste in women. 3, Tiger Woods.
Some bad milk.
3, Tiger Woods is arguably, when we do Mount Rushmores of athletes, Tiger Woods has to be on the Mount Rushmores of athletes that dominated their craft and their sport. To me, my top 4 is always going to be, it's always going to be Mike, LeBron, Tiger Woods, and you, for other reasons, you could put fucking Christian. I will put Cristiano Ronaldo for me. Those are my 4. Tiger Woods dominated a sport which was underlyingly racist to black people.
Yep. As a kid, he was getting kicked out of golf courses. So
and number what that was my 5th. All right, number 6, right? Tiger Woods also, what I noticed in the documentary when they first, like, we were making fun of him, like having an identity card. Tiger Woods did identify himself as a black man. He just didn't know how to express himself like a black man. A lot of people don't know that. He wasn't straying away from being black.
That's what I was saying in the last episode.
I know. And I apologize for that because I went back and watched it. Because when he said Kyle Blazer, right, he really emphasizes him being black more than anything.
And even before that, it shows you in the clips before, as a teenager, they were asking him, how do you feel about being a black man in golf? And he's like, I feel like I'm the one that's going to break those barriers, which he obviously did. And like I said, it's not that he doesn't, like, he knows he's a black man and he looks at himself as a black man. It's just that he also has an Asian mother. So why wouldn't you want to also represent that?
That was a horrible mom, bro. I'm sorry. Also, I'm going to say this. Tiger Woods, oh my God, back to like the woman. Like, people are mad at Tiger Woods cheating on his wife. His wife was ugly as fuck, bro. She was ugly as hell. Like, that's not like act like she was some bad bitch.
That was some bad milk.
That bitch was trash, bro. Yo, you got that Pimp C video? Cue that shit up, man.
Oh shit, I don't got it, man.
Hold on.
Give me some time. Give me some time.
All right, hold on, yeah, because
give me some time. But you keep going on your rant, bro.
Yeah, the Tiger Woods. All right, so cool. And you gotta realize, Tiger Woods, right? He had a side chick, right? Who was his therapist? Which Shorty explained, right? That Tiger Woods said his wife never asked him questions. At least he admit that she was a bad wife. When niggas cheat on their wife, they never admit that their wife was being a horrible wife. Which is, you gotta realize, if you're not gonna get the affection and the attention that you get from someone, you're gonna go seek from someone else. And maybe the person that you're getting from may not be the one for you, but you're still gonna linger on. Now, the part where I disagree with Tiger Woods is, why are you treating all your side chicks like your wife? I don't get that, bro. You're not supposed to treat all your side chicks like your wife, bro. You're not. It's one thing, bro. As a West Indian man, you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to have a secret. You're supposed to have a secret. Ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's go. This is what Tiger Woods was saying.
You're a good whore, and every whore ain't no bitch. You know what I mean? And look, what's most importantly, every whore ain't my bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you did. Already.
That's what my nigga Tiger Woods is telling all his bitches, right? That's what he's telling all his niggas at the fucking golf course. Cause you're a good bitch, I'll make you a good whore. That's what he's telling. But yeah, I'll say this: if Tiger Woods was fucking black women and cheating on his white wife, whoo, boy, he would have got it worse. At least, yo, and that's the thing. You know how like most women say, yo, if you're gonna cheat on me, you gotta at least cheat on something that like it's the same level.
Somebody that looks better.
Yeah, all them bitches was trash. Every single one. They were all on the equal playing field. One of them bitches looked like
some bad milk.
One of them bitches looked like a fucking Disney Channel villain. That's how bad they look, bro. And granted, I'm not talking as a man that get like a lot of bitches and I have dives, but one thing I can say, I dated women that look better than the women that Tiger Woods was with. So shout out to all the beautiful queens I was with. Love you, girls.
I love you, bitch. I ain't
and
never
that-
gonna stop loving you, bitch.
And that's my little rant on Tiger Woods. Arguably the most accomplished individual athlete player ever.
I don't have a rant on Tiger Woods. That was
No,
so
it was
eloquently
not a
said.
rant, right? Because like everybody just kept bringing up the cheating aspect, but nobody brought up this man was doing all of this while dealing with emotional trauma, losing his pops. His wife is not even being there emotionally for him, and he was still whooping white people's ass on those motherfucking golf
courses. Yep.
Exactly. You gotta realize, essentially, Tiger Woods was dealing with what, but you know, a lot of you house niggas didn't want to deal with. Yeah, we're gonna take it out. We're gonna take it to those heights. And just remember, Pipsy, not because you're a good bitch, that makes you a good whore.
Let's run it back.
Just because you a bitch don't mean you a good whore. And every whore ain't no bitch, you know what I mean? And look, what's most importantly, every whore ain't my bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you dig. Already.
Yeah, you did already.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that was it. I mean, shout out Tiger Woods, man. And yo, shout out Brian Gumble, bro. Brian Gumble kept it 100 with niggas. Brian Gumble, yo, I know people make fun of Brian Gumble because he's like quote unquote come off as a corny black man, but nah, Brian Gumble kept it a buck. He said he told his grandkids, "You're black, now because your parents are one of your parents is white. You are black, little nigga." That's what he told him. You are black, nigga. You may came from a white man, but I started this dynasty, you little bitch.
So our next topic and is
all right, yo, before we get to the last topic, right?
All right.
What did you? I mean, obviously you've been locked down, you know, doing a little bid, but did you purchase anything?
What was the last thing I purchased? I haven't purchased anything in a minute, man. It's been a while.
Yeah,
I've been
purchased a couple of stuff.
I got some things planned for the near future, so I'm trying to cut down on my spending. But mainly I haven't spent money. I haven't spent money because the Barclays are coming out next week, so I don't want to get crazy again.
Nah, I just did is this thing where I do my spring and summer shopping in the January and February. So like I like to I like to like shop for like this summer and spring, like around this time. Like you find like shit that like it's not summer clothes, but you can still wear it in the summer around this time. So yeah, your boy, you know, I'm a big Denver Broncos fan. I'm not gonna really open up these shirts because I fold them pretty neatly, but I got the 1998, 1990, no, I think it's 1999 Denver Broncos Super Bowl shirt. I might wear it this weekend to a Super Bowl party. I also got a fucking beautiful ass fucking NASCAR shirt from 2000. It's a fucking Dodge shirt, fucking beautiful right here. Oh my god. Yo, shout out my nigga Albert out in Bushwick, doing great things for the vintage community. Very good guy, Select Vintage. If you go there, tell him that Mo sent you.
That's the one.
Know who it is.
That's the one right there.
But yeah, I got a WWF NASCAR shirt.
That's the one right there.
This shirt right here is on my Grails list since I was in 10th grade. I remember when I saw it on this fucking white dude in the not in the documentary, on a YouTube video, and I was like, yo, one day I'm gonna get that shirt. It may not be like the original WWF like tag if it comes on a replica. Not a replica, but it comes on like, you know how people have those what's the name of the brand? The jersey the Jersey's active wear shirt, you know, because you know that's still considered like a vintage brand for t-shirts. I was like, even if it comes in that, I'll get that. But last but least, Edsel 40 ounce. This is a sneaky cop. I basically copped this shoe for my birthday because I don't know how, based on the price of the brick and how the brick be going up lately. Hold on. I was gonna send it in the group chat, but
And one more thing, price of the brick is going up.
Hold on. Mr. 40 ounce. I cop these.
Ooh, a pair of Sakai's. Okay.
Yeah,
Yo, hold
man.
on. I'm gonna need you to cut that tag off live.
I don't have a scissors in my house.
You can't just take it off with your hands.
Nah, because I don't want to damage the shoe. But yeah,
How much you drop for that, sir?
I sold a bunch of stuff, so like I didn't really spend my money. So
Oh,
I
you sold and traded?
Yeah, I sold and traded, and like all the shit I wasn't gonna wear that I bought, like not even like Supreme shit, like just like older shit in general. Like I end up like I sold like 3 or 4 items, and I got back like $600. And then I was like, yo, I always wanted this shoe. And yeah, man, we here. We thugging in public. I don't even know if I'm gonna wear this shoe on my birthday. But it's just a shoe, just a hole in the tuck. And I always wanted this shoe. And
Yo, show that real quick. Put that on the camera again.
the more I look at it, the more I like it. I mean, I wish I had the scissors to cut this StockX tag off, but yeah, but I'm not one of those bozos that walk around the street with the StockX tag. Yo, I saw a chick the other day with a Hirachis on, and she had the StockX tag. But yeah, that's it for your boy. What about you?
I haven't copped anything recently. Like I said, I got my eyes on the Carmines and on the
You gonna get
and
those?
on the
You gonna get those?
and on the and on Barclays. But the Carmines have come back. They said that a lot of them have bleeding on the midsole. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see how I feel about those. I could skip. I don't mind because I really want those Barclays over the Carmines.
I could skip the Carmines off the sole purpose that I had the ones from 08.
I just feel like, although I still think the CDP Carmine is the greatest Carmine iteration, I could skip. I don't think the market value is going to be, the aftermarket value is going to be that much. But I really want the Barclays. I need to get those off my list.
I love the Jordan 6, but I barely even wear them. I have yet to wear my gold, like the gold, black and gold.
Yep, DMPs.
Yeah, so like, why am I getting a pair of Carmines if I even wear the black and gold ones?
Nah, I think I'll get a lot of wear out of the Carmines because I love 6s, but it's just that
I love 6s too.
I have other things on my mind.
Yeah, I got some dunks on my mind.
I got dunks and Barclays on my mind.
I had to get this, man.
And you know how badly I've been looking for those CBs. So
yeah, I hope they get them shits too with worldwide release.
Yeah, man. So I'll be alright without it.
Snakeskin ups are coming out on fucking.
Oh, I forgot. That's the 13th, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about.
Thank God I got a girlfriend. She was tight.
My girl don't really want nothing for Valentine's Day, man. But I'm gonna try to get her something.
I can't wait to do the Valentine's Day episode. Trust me, that's already planned. The Valentine's Day episode.
It's already set.
It's already set. So, yeah.
But I really can't wait for this season of Supreme. So I might wild out again. So
I ain't wilding out.
And that's a perfect segue to the 20th anniversary of Supreme
21st.
Clientele.
21st.
21st?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The album dropped 2020. We're 2021 now. Yeah, tomorrow we're recording this on a Friday, y'all, and this album came out on February 6th of the year 2000. It was Ghostface Killer's first album since 1996. Since his
second album.
Yeah, his first album since 1996. That had to deal with him. I mean, obviously Wu-Tang Forever came out in 1997, 98.
But don't forget Iron Man.
No, Supreme Clientele came out actually February 8th, which it will be. I mean, obviously
that's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Which is the episode will be out on Sunday, so it's the day before. So it's fine.
Yeah, I just want to highlight that album.
Just want to quickly represent.
My shit is still in the wrapper. And it's gonna stay in that motherfucker.
I haven't worn this. I haven't even tried it on yet.
I don't care. I don't wear shit that's if it comes in the wrapper and I have no intentions of wearing it yet, it's gonna stay in that motherfucker.
I don't have space in my closet to just keep shit on the wrapper, so I just hang it.
Like for instance, like if the little fucking Biggie jacket I had, if that shit came in the wrapper, that shit would.
But you know how hyped I was on that tee, Ghostface is just one of my favorites ever. I mean, like I told you before, I don't know how many episodes ago that was, but I told you I had revisited Supreme Clientele.
It was a wrap-up episode.
Oh yeah, and I told you that I think it's a we've spoken about flawless, perfect albums before, and I think this is one of them.
Yeah.
So
I really loved it. Yeah, I really love that album, man. What's your favorite song off that album?
I'm looking at the track listing right now. I would say it will be between "We Made It" and "Mighty Healthy." Those are like the moment I open the album up on Apple Music, I go to those two immediately.
For me, I like the song Malcolm, even though he barely spoke about anything Malcolm X related to the song. I like that. I like Saturday Night. It's kind of hard for me to pick a song because I literally don't. The only song I don't like on this album is Buck 50.
Same.
Buck 50
I skip it all the time.
Buck 50 or The Grain is like two songs I'm good off of.
Yeah.
Stay True is good. Even the song Woodrow, the bass head, just like him sampling the Parliament on Funkadelics.
What is your favorite skit?
To me, my favorite skit is probably either Woodrow the bass head or Who Would You Fuck?
Woodrow the bass head is hilarious. I really love the Iron Man theme because I feel like if he wanted to, he could have made that into an actual song.
Yeah, and that song is literally talking about Pan-Africanism.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, man, I really love that. Love that.
What I would say about this album is that it taught me that I don't think he has said this before, but I just don't see how he wasn't an influence to West Side Gun. just listening to his voice and to the way he raps, although West Side Gun doesn't rap to that caliber, I just don't see how he wasn't an influence for West Side Gun. So that's what Supreme Clientele has taught me.
It probably influenced them because look, if you look at listen to a couple of the West Side and some of Griselda's albums, they're like Raekwon is on the intro, so it's not like he's not influenced by Wu-Tang. It's just more of like I look at Supreme Clientele, even though it's a classic album, it's one of those albums where like I'm not shocked if a random person don't listen to it. Like you have to be a real
you got to be a purist type shit.
Not even a purist. You just have to be someone in the know. Like you have to be like around people that know, like that care about rap. Because like for instance, like to me, I feel like when you say a purist, like for me, people that are purists are people that like listen to like Black Moon and like Grand Puba and stuff.
Yeah.
Like those are purists. Like Ghostface is a household name. Like a lot of people know who Ghostface is, but like you have to me. I just feel like you have to like if you listen to if you don't know, if you never had intentions of listening to Supreme Clientele, I wouldn't be mad if you didn't listen to them. And I'm not gonna be those one like yo, you missing out on some good content because the thing is, like to me, the way how people view J. Cole, like you have to have a certain intelligence to like listen to his music, which I hate that quote. That's the way I look at Supreme Clientele. That album is made for a particular group of people.
It's a niche album.
Yeah, it's a niche album. It's just like a hidden gem. Because for me, like I didn't listen to
a hidden gem that's literally like if we were to make top 50 hip hop albums, it's very high.
Yeah.
Top 50 albums.
Yeah, that's the thing also. It's like that's an album like because for me, like I didn't listen to Supreme Clientele until like my sophomore year in high school, like sophomore junior year when it was the 10th anniversary when older cats was like, yo, son, this I remember when this shit dropped 2000, like Ghostface niggas was talking about how Ghostface ended Mace's career and shit. I remember that. But for me, I thought Iron Man was everything that people thought Supreme Clientele is. But when you listen to Supreme Clientele, it's just a finished version of Iron Man. It's just a better version of Iron Man with better beats. So yeah, that's my take on Supreme Clientele, man. Anything else before we wrap this one up?
I don't think the NBA should be doing an All-Star game, but that's a story for another day. I don't know if you want to.
Are you saying that because it's going to be in Atlanta and Lil Baby's going to be there?
No, I just don't think you should be doing an All-Star game. Well, I mean, I think I'll be more comfortable. I don't think you should have an All-Star game, but I think I would be more comfortable if it wasn't in Atlanta. So we all know why. So Lil Baby gonna show up to the he gonna show up to whatever stadium or center that they do it in with a whole bunch of honey buns. So
that might be the illest shit ever to me.
Bro, I still don't I understand he likes honey buns, but for him for James Harden to like just give them a whole bunch of honey buns is hilarious.
I told him, you buy me some fucking honey buns, bro. We not friends, bro.
Honey buns are delicious, man.
Nah, that's
that shit got me through a lot of hard times, a lot of hungry moments.
All right, but yeah, man. First week in Black History, it's looking fun. Out here with the Malcolm X sweater.
Yes, sir. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait until the Valentine's Day episode and the last episode of the month, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I just want to say one thing only. Young Miami, holla at me. I'm out.
Yo, Chloe Bailey, you got the.
Yo,